Welcome back to World Information HD, where rare coins tell stories far beyond their size. Today, we're stepping back to 1957, a year of jukebox tunes, black and white television sets, and a booming post-war America. But among the cars, movies, and cultural changes, there was something quietly being minted that now holds extraordinary value. The 1957 Lincoln Wheat penny with no mint mark. Now, at first glance, you might think, what's so special about a 1-cent piece from the 1950s? After all, millions rolled out of the presses, jingling in pockets, exchanged for candy bars, newspapers, or even gasoline, back when a single cent could actually buy you something meaningful. But here's the catch: among those ordinary pennies, a handful of them, struck in Philadelphia without any mint mark, have turned into legendary collectibles worth staggering amounts today. Let's peel back the history, design, errors, and reasons why this coin has become a treasure in the numismatic world. The Lincoln Wheat penny series began in 1909, commemorating the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. This marked a turning point because Lincoln was the first real person, rather than a symbol like liberty, to appear on an American coin. Sculptor Victor David Brenner's design, showing Lincoln's thoughtful profile, captured not only the nation's respect for the president who preserved the Union but also became an iconic piece of American currency. By the time 1957 arrived, the wheat penny design had already been in circulation for nearly 50 years. On the obverse, or front side, you'll see Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the words, "In God We Trust," arching above, "Liberty," on the left, and the date 1957 on the right. And if you hold a 1957 penny from Philadelphia, you'll notice something missing: no mint mark beneath the date. That's the key detail distinguishing it from those struck in Denver, which carry a small D. On the reverse, the design remains elegant and simple: two wheat stalks framing the words, 1 cent, in bold lettering, with United States of America below and E pluribus unum above. It's clean, it's symbolic, and it's the last full decade this wheat design appeared before being replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial reverse. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1957 no mint mark wheat penny special enough to attract collectors' attention? After all, Philadelphia struck hundreds of millions of them. But here's the secret: value in coins often lies not in the ordinary examples but in the rare survivors, the pristine conditions, and sometimes the fascinating mistakes. For everyday circulation, pennies took a beating. They were tossed into cash registers, rubbed against other coins, and spent on gum and soda. Finding one today with sharp details, rich luster, and minimal wear is like discovering a time capsule untouched by human hands. Collectors crave these high-grade examples, and when they surface, they command jaw-dropping prices. But condition is only one piece of the puzzle. Another factor is the world of minting errors. During the 1950s, quality control was improving but not flawless. Coins could slip through with doubled dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks, each turning a standard penny into a numismatic gem. Imagine spotting a faint doubling in the lettering or a dramatic off-center strike on a 1957 penny. Suddenly that little cent transforms into a rarity collectors will battle for at auctions. Beyond physical rarity, there's also the historical context. The year 1957 was a transitional moment in American culture. The Cold War was in full swing, Elvis Presley was dominating the charts, and Sputnik had just launched, igniting the space race. In the midst of all these monumental events, everyday Americans carried the 1957 penny in their pockets, completely unaware that some would one day be worth thousands. It's almost poetic to think that a coin used to buy a morning newspaper reporting on Sputnik might now be sitting in a collector's case, preserved as both a financial asset and a piece of history. Coins don't just carry monetary value, they carry memories of the times they lived through. Let's dig deeper into the collecting world. Numismatists, those passionate coin collectors and researchers, often classify coins using grading systems. From good to fine, extremely fine, and mint state. Each grade tells a story about how much wear the coin has endured. For a 1957 no mint mark wheat penny, the average circulated example might only be worth a few cents. Yes, you heard that right. Millions of these coins are still floating around, and most of them will never be worth more than pocket change. But, and here's where it gets fascinating, when you step into the higher grades, mint state 65, 66, or higher, the value skyrockets. Why? Because so few have survived in flawless condition. Think of it like baseball cards. A common card might be nearly worthless, but if you find one in pristine, untouched condition, suddenly it becomes a rare commodity. The same rule applies here. A gleaming 1957 penny, free from scratches, spots, or discoloration, is incredibly difficult to find, and that scarcity drives its price higher and higher. Collectors often share stories of finding these gems in the most unexpected places. Old jars tucked away in basements, forgotten rolls of pennies hidden in attics, or even pocket change that hasn't been touched for decades. There's a thrill in the hunt, a sense that you could stumble across history in your very own home. And because the 1957 penny is just old enough to still be found in circulation from time to time, it keeps collectors and casual coin hunters on their toes. Imagine the excitement of someone handing you change at a store, and tucked among the modern coins, there it is, a wheat penny from 1957. Most people wouldn't notice, but you might, and that small observation could lead you down the rabbit hole of numismatics. Another point worth noting is the cultural nostalgia tied to wheat pennies. Many collectors today first discovered their love for coins by finding wheat pennies in their grandparents' jars or receiving them from relatives who remembered using them every day. They're not just metal, they're memories passed down through generations. That sentimental attachment adds to their collectability. And then, of course, there's the thrill of auctions. Every so often, a stunning 1957 no-mint mark penny crosses the auction block, graded at an exceptionally high level, with blazing red luster that looks almost brand new. Collectors, dealers, and enthusiasts gather, either in person or online, to bid furiously, driving the price higher and higher until the hammer falls. It's not just about the coin, it's about the prestige of owning one of the finest known examples, about holding in your hands something that bridges the past and the present, something that others dream of possessing. Now, as we've explored, most 1957 pennies won't make you rich. But the ones that combine pristine condition with rarity, or error varieties, can fetch astonishing sums. It's the perfect example of how numismatics transforms everyday objects into valuable artifacts. So next time you come across a penny, don't dismiss it as just 1 cent. Look closer. Check the date, examine the details, and see if history might just be staring back at you. Because among those pennies, the 1957 no-mint mark wheat penny stands tall, not just as a piece of copper, but as a symbol of America's rich coinage history, the passion of collectors, and the thrill of discovering value in the ordinary. And yes, one of these coins, in top condition, has been known to sell for a staggering $56,987.